Welcome to a Tuesday on the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. I'm Tyler Glen, and hope your Tuesday's off to a nice start. Back to school costs. Oh boy, yeah, we got 2 weeks to go until the kids are back. 2 weeks tomorrow is back to school, and back to school shopping is in full swing. And the Retail Council of Canada is out with some startling results involving back to school costs, and we're going to talk a bit about that and how to save money as the kids go back this year. And back to school clothing. Now, hand-me-downs, thrift stores, very popular this time of year, but sending the kids to school in pajamas, is that acceptable? We hear from an expert that say, you know what, you got to let the kids do what the kids do. So expect kids to be showing up in pajamas for back to school? Back to school pictures in pajamas? Oh my God, have you seen the viral TikTok video of the horror show of the food we're eating? Oh my God, the foods we eat every day, and some of them are sprayed with chemicals, some of them are genetically modified, and people are proving it on TikTok. Oh my God. And when it comes to hot spending in 2026, there are two areas that are seeing tremendous growth. One of them being pets. We are still spending a tremendous amount on our pets, but the other one is the surprising one. Hobbies. Hobby stores are seeing an incredible surge in spending, meaning that a lot of people are taking up stamp collecting, I guess, or paint by numbers, or putting together little model beach houses, perhaps. Yes. 15 days, 1 hour and 56 minutes exactly until the kids are back at school. Our back to school countdown, top right of your screen there. As we get closer and closer to that first day back for our kids here. 16 degrees, another gorgeous start to the morning. Not only double digits, but we're talking shorts and sandals leaving the house this morning. It is absolutely gorgeous. Now, we could be in for some showers and possible thunder showers again today. We did see some severe weather on the eastern side of the province last night. Nothing on the western side, but we may see some thunder showers today, and still a little bit cool for this time of year. Normally, we should be 24, but nothing showing up on the radar this morning, so things are looking good there. So we may see a lot of sunshine today, and we will midweek, but looks as if the weekend forecast has changed a little bit. Not quite as nice as originally predicted, so we can expect some rain to roll in to start the weekend. Could be a soggy weekend. But again, that could change by the time the weekend rolls around. So we'll continue to watch that as the weekend gets closer. All right. Well, you survived Monday, okay? Hey, you survived Monday. We did it. It's all right. If you're in politics, there was a lot of name calling, and it was like high school cafeteria. I'm waiting for Doug Ford and Donald Trump to have a pay-per-view slap fest between these guys. I'm not even talking about that today. It's embarrassing. I told you politicians are useless, and they're all showing their stripes. They're just, when it divulges into name calling, I'm like, oh, kiss my ass, kiss your ass, kiss his ass, kiss it. What's with all? God, you guys. Anyway, here we are. Lots of fun stuff to talk about. Kind of a little island away from all the chaos of the world that's going on right now, thank God. Oh, we've got enough of that everywhere else in the world. So, as usual, we are starting a live stream in as many places as possible, including YouTube, X, Facebook, Twitch, TikTok, and, of course, on my website. You'll find a little viewing widget there if you care to watch hour 2 of the show. Hour 2 of the show is exclusively for VIPs, and that's folks who sign up on the Twitch account for free. Twitch is an app that's available basically everywhere, including your television, and I appreciate those that have decided to watch on their TV. They flip it on as part of their morning programming. They put a pot of coffee on, a pot of coffee on, and then the TV on. And there I am, yipping, yapping, got something to say. Pick up your phone, join in the chat. It's a lot of fun that way. That's why we call it Coffee and Conversation. And again, a lot of people downloading the podcast. The show is available in audio form in 30 minutes or less. 30 minutes or less at the end of each and every show, around 1 o'clock Central Time. TylerGlenShow.com. Okay, so let's see in chat who we've got to say good morning to before we get to the business of the day. Tosh and Roto Reverend are first in on Twitch this morning, and we've got Joyce and Chris over on TikTok to get things rolling. Going to wave to Marcus here. Good morning, Marcus. And Cole and Faith. Nice to see you, Faith. And Mackenzie is here too. Janine is over on Facebook along with Bernice, who's on Twitch. We've got Noreen over on TikTok. Tracy Rogers here on Twitch as well, along with Borrowed Bean. Hey, Borrowed Bean. Borrowing those beans over the summer, but has come home for fall. Fall is settling in. Good morning. Nice to see you again. Yes, it's been a bit. Tracy and Borrowed Bean are here, and Molly's here too. Molly's over on Twitch. It's nice to see you as always. Molly, along with Cindy, who's also on Twitch. Renee is over on TikTok this morning. We've got Michael on TikTok as well. Also, Janice and Michael, another Michael over on TikTok. Richard's over on Facebook. Nick is here. Happy Tuesday. Sunseekers have officially been married for 1 month. That is 30 days, Nick. Imagine each of those days is a year. I've been married for 94, 32 days. I have beaten you in years by days. I've beaten your days by, you know what I'm saying? Just imagine all of those days lasting 12 months. The mountain is so large to climb, the mountain of happiness. No, that's way to go. Good job. Good job. You made it a month. And she didn't run away. That's awesome. Angela Damaris is here this morning on Facebook. Quentin is here on Twitch. Ange is over on Facebook. Katie4380 is here as well. Christine is over on TikTok along with Sandy. Good morning, Christine and Sandy. Richard says, evil orange man. They're all idiots. All of them. Oh, my God. It's kind of fun to watch, though. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like just like sitting there like the Michael Jackson meme, eating the popcorn to see who's going to name call who next. It's a competition between Doug Ford and Wob Canoe. Oh, what names are they going to call? And then Donnie is going to call names, and then Wob's going to call names. I don't even want to get into it. They're like school children. Yes, children, you too can be a politician someday. Lots of fun to be had by all. Michelle is here this morning over on Twitch. Hello, Michelle. Good morning. Rude awakening. Cat jumped onto my pillow, landed on my head. Huge scratch across my eyebrow and nose. You know what? I've said that's it. Up for adoption. That's it. Cats are no good. Cats don't play fetch. Cats they're entitled. They walk around. Walk around. Oh, I'm cute. Pet me. Feed me. Oh, pick up my poop from the litter box. Oh, I'm special. Get out of here. Get out of here, you cats. Melissa, good morning. Hello, Melissa. And Sean. Over on TikTok. That's okay. Sorry to hear that your cat assaulted you. Good Lord. Travis over on Facebook. Good morning. Good morning, Trev. Oh, Trev shared a beautiful sunrise picture. I'm going to show that coming up in the next little bit. I forgot my welcome aboard sign. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Sophie. Hi, Sophie, over on TikTok. Derek says knob canoe. Oh, man. They're just, oh, boy. Derek begs to differ on the cats. He says, I have a couple of cats that play fetch. But they're not dogs. Dogs are man's best friend. Cats are just a pain in the ass. Now they're furry and they purr, but you build them a scratching post, and if you don't build them a scratching post, your couch becomes one. Oh, dogs just sit there. They're so nice. Dogs are so good. Dogs versus cats. What's better? Dogs. Always. And why are dogs better? Let's debate. Dogs versus cats. Because the politicians are fighting like cats and dogs. He's a Doug Ford. You know what? He's a washed up. I can't even get into it. I can't. It's just so terrible. Sammy's over on TikTok. Oh, man. Renee is here on Facebook. Good morning, Renee. Jody's on Facebook, too. Hello. Good morning. Good to see you. Welcome aboard. We are going to get into the cost of back to school. It's rather shocking. It's never been more expensive to send your kids back, but there are hacks. There are things that people are doing to save money, to cut corners, to recycle things and use what you had in previous years. And that goes without saying. It's going to save you some cash because according to the Retail Council of Canada, parents will spend about $750 per child sending them back to school in 2 weeks. $750 per kid. Now, it's social media, so there's going to be people saying, that's it? Oh, my God, I spent $750 just on shoes. And then you're going to have some people say, oh, I did it for $50. So I'm asking on social media this morning, is that too high? Is that too low? Or is it Goldilocks? Is it just right? Let me know. $750 per child. Now, you can get an iPad for free with a pen and keyboard, a $100 Netflix gift card, $500 food gift card, $500 gas gift card, $300 college and university merch card, courtesy of our friends at Sunrise Credit Union. It's the Ultimate Student Survival Kit Contest on now. For more, visit sunrisecu.mb.ca. The Ultimate Student Survival Kit with Sunrise Credit Union. Leon's Furniture Brandon is closed today. What? They're closed today and they're closed tomorrow, August 25th and 26th. Why? Because they've got to mark down everything in their store. That's why. They have the biggest sale of the year coming up starting on Thursday. That's why I'm going to be on location from 1 till 3 at Leon's. I want to see the deals for myself. Biggest sale of the year. It is a massive clearance. They have to make room for all the fall furnishings, and so that's it. They take the entire 2 days, today and tomorrow, to mark down everything in the store. Then the doors open at 12 noon on Thursday. Again, I'll be there at 1 o'clock, and it's going to be a massive sale. Massive. 3635 Victoria Avenue in Brandon. I look forward to seeing you. And this weekend at the Elkhorn Resort and Clarkson Nordic Spa, they've got a big car show and fair happening. I believe there's food trucks and all kinds of good stuff. The Rev Up the Summer event. Food trucks, beer gardens. You had me at beer. Beer gardens, summer fun, live music. It's the Rev Up the Summer event. Experience the roar of engines and the brilliance of automotive design at the most anticipated car show of the year. This is up at Riding Mountain National Park, beautiful Clear Lake. It starts at 5, goes till 8. And again, that is at the Elkhorn Resort. Tomorrow's the last rib night at the Elkhorn. $30 for a rack of ribs. I believe it's $25 for a half rack, and it's the last Wednesday for rib night at the Elkhorn tomorrow night, in August anyway. And then coming Thursday, of course, they've got Thirst Day. That is the special night at Clarso where you can be out there on the patio with their phone, and they've got tunes thumping, and you can have beverages. It's an 18-plus event happening on Thursday, which is Thursday, at the Elkhorn Resort and Clarso Nordic Spa. All right, good morning, Leanne. Good morning, Josh and Alicia. Cats suck, says Cindy. Cats, down with the cats. Time for yesterday's good thing. Good morning, Tom. Yesterday's good thing. What happened yesterday? That was good. Type in GT. Tell me what happened. That was awesome yesterday. I'd love to hear about it. Yesterday's good thing. We had an engagement in Sunseeker Land. One of our favorite musicians, who we see all the time, got engaged. I guess in Montreal. He's on vacation. Matt Corey. You'll recognize Matt as soon as you see a picture of him here. I'll pull it up. Matt and his girlfriend got engaged. And here they are. She said yes. I believe her name is Beth Tina Butterfield. And they were in Montreal, and there they are. Yes, he's got a big smile on her face. Oh, I can't see the rock. I have to reposition this a little bit. There, we can see the ring on the finger. Yeah, we got ourselves an engagement. Matt Corey is off the market, ladies. That's it. He has a band locally. He performs all over the place. Various festivals. You've probably seen him. And the women show up to see him. No longer. No more. He's off the market. That's it. Congratulations, Matt and Beth. And we look forward to who is going to play the wedding. Who plays the wedding when the musician gets married? I know there's going to be maybe his buddies. He just won't be the lead singer. Billy Joe Kroger, who is a former Star Jetter, has taken off his harvest. He's got good things to share, and look at what he's going to bring over to the Beach House Beach Bunker. Just kidding. Although that corn looks lovely, he managed to get some tomatoes. But look at that tomato crop, not as big as the cukes. Lots of cukes. What's with the tomatoes? Not a good tomato crop. What did we do wrong? What's happening? Is it the weather? Is it the growing conditions? What happened? What happened to our tomato crop this year? It did not work. Did not go good. Billy is going to be eating some corn. He's going to be eating some corn. Oh, he's got a lot of stuff here. Shapers. Good job. Good job, Billy. Excellent work. Looks like it's a pretty good haul from the garden. Yesterday's good thing. So we got an engagement. We've got some goodies from the garden. What else do we got? We got Tragically Hip. We got Blow It High Dough. Nick Adams is going to blow it high dough. His album came in yesterday. He is so excited. He's going to blow it high. New Orleans is singing, and I don't want to swim. Oh, there's his record. The Tragically Hip Live, July 22nd to August 20th, 2016. Now 10 years old. Wow. And there's the back of it. So where I'm immediately drawn to the table of contents. I want to find my favorite song. Blow It High Dough reminds me of my college days. 1991, Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Tragically Hip on the record player. Molson Canadian in my hand. Toque on my head. I was having the most Canadian college experience ever. I am face down in a bowl of poutine listening to the Tragically Hip while in my toque, smoking my export A greens, listening to the Tragically Hip while watching SCTV on the television. Oh, Canada. It's actually true. It's very close to what was actually happening. Megan Oakley's here. Good morning, Megan, over on Facebook. Yeah, isn't that great for Matt? That's awesome. Matt, everybody in Sunseeker Land is happy for you guys. Congratulations on your engagement. Make sure you reach out, congratulate him on his social media channels, and if you haven't done so already. Molly says, GT, 8-mile bike ride. Woof, in about 1 hour and 20 minutes. Molly is training for the Tour de France, Tour de Wisconsin. Trying to occupy my mind with stuff with everything going down. I'm tired. You know, Molly, I find that when you shut the news off and shut the internet off sometimes we have to shut the internet off. I know. It's hard to do. Give yourself a little breaks. Get off the internet. Get off the internet. They call it doom scrolling for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news. Oh, dancing cats. Bad news, bad news, bad news. Oh, dancing bunnies. Oh, bad news, bad news, bad news. Sometimes you just got to say bye to the dancing bunnies. But I love the dancing bunnies. I love dancing bunnies. No, because then it's intermixed with all the crap. All the crap is in there, too. You don't need the crap. Tosh had an amazing day yesterday at work. That's always a good thing. The girls are still in Edmonton? Holy, that's it. They're never coming back. They're in God's country. Edmonton is beautiful. Calgary's beautiful. Oh, Alberta's beautiful. We have some Sunseekers in Alberta that check in regularly here on the show, which is always fantastic. We talked for 3 hours on the phone. Remember when that cost a lot of money? You remember the day when it was like, hurry up, this is going to cost a fortune. Hurry up. And now you can just FaceTime and look at the cat. I watch David cook food all the time. We'll have a conversation because the kid is so busy. He'll be like, well, let's talk, and I'm going to make a bottle of macaroni. A bottle? No, a pail or what is it? A pot of macaroni. Joan is over on Facebook. Hi, Joan. Good morning. Blessed Mama's here, too, over on Twitch. Nick says there are a few that I wish were on here that are not, but there's a lot of good stuff on that hit album. So, yeah, I enjoy it. Blessed Mama's here, and Kev got a clean bill of health and a return to work. So, yeah, woo! I can read between the lines. Kevin's out of the house. Thank God Kevin's out of the house. Oh, I got rid of him. I'm kidding. I kid. I'm just making fun. He went back to work yesterday after being off for 6 months, and they said, who the hell are you? I'm kidding. That is so fantastic. Wow. One more time, winner's bell. One more time, winner's bell. Oh, Molly. No, it's not the news. It's the stuff I can't fix. Well, I am not going to get all preachy to you, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to give you a little confession here, Molly. When stuff bothers me really bad, and you know what? It's like that Jelly Roll song. I shouldn't be asking for favors just when I'm in trouble, but I find that, you know what? For what it's worth, prayer works. You know, give it a try. If you've never prayed before, if you've never, you know what? And I use AI. You know, you're going to think I'm stupid, but I'll say, AI, here's the problem I'm having. Find me a Bible passage that will help me. And then I read a little bit of the Bible. I can't believe I'm reading. That must be the end of times. But I find that it helps me. That's just me. It might not help you, and that's okay. I'm not one of those people that's preachy and, you know, comes down on those who do or don't believe. That's not me. But I'm just telling you what I do, and it helps me. It really does. And in fact, I did it yesterday. That's why I mention it. Okay, where's a good thing? Sorry. Cindy says, GT, was really a long day in Winnipeg. Oh, yeah, you were in the city yesterday. And got some Jimmy John's. Gotta have some Jersey Mike's next. Oh, but you gotta go all the way to Steinbach. I gotta go to Steinbach for Jersey Mike's. Rachel Sarn, good morning on Facebook. And she says, my son came to town to visit. Always love when that happens. That's always a good thing. Yes, it is. And got a ride in his new truck. And you gave him a haircut? You gave him a hair. He let you touch his head with scissors and a bull? I kid. Was it maybe a bull? Girls are back from Edmonton. Oh, I was talking to my daughter who lives there. She's going to university. So one didn't come back. So you're down one daughter. I lost them to Alberta. Awesome. It happens. We lose lots of people to Alberta. Actually, that's a very popular place. Lillian is here. Hey, Lillian. Nice to see you over on the Facebook. Oh, I appreciate it. Well, Molly, I do what I can. You're not alone. And, we all got little hacks, things that we do to feel better. And, it's always when I'm at the end of my rope, end of my stick. You're never alone. You're never truly alone. That's what I believe. Again, that's just me. Not going to get preachy. Angela's ha-ha-haing. Ha-ha-ha-ha-ha. Tyler, you're so funny. Ha-ha-ha-ha-ha. I'm going to come down there to the beach bunker and I'm going to kick your butt. No, that's what the politicians are doing. What's with all the name calling? Knock it off, you guys. You bunch of 4-year-olds. You're all of you are a bunch of 4-year-olds. And liars, pants on fire. I'm telling your mom you said that stuff. I'm telling on you. Quit acting like a child. Meh. Oh, if you can't laugh, you can't do nothing. If you can't laugh, you can't do nothing. Oh, because have you seen these back to school costs? Oh my God. We're going to talk about it. Retail Council of Canada says that 90% of parents say this is just completely out of hand. We can't do this anymore. Can we just come to school with sticks and rocks? We can afford the sticks and rocks. That's all right. Well, we got some money-saving tips coming up. And no, you're not alone. We're all in this, so we're all looking for hacks and tips on what we can do to save for back to school. 2 weeks tomorrow, guys. Come on up to the red zone. Oh, we're going to go over to Thailand today and have some beach time in Thailand. How about that? Oh, we're going to go to Fisherman's Village in Thailand for a beach break this morning. Oh, it's not quite sunny, but they're getting all set up for dinner there. We'll probably see some dinner activity as the morning goes on. Good morning, Sun Seekers. Tell me what you're craving. I got room for one more. Hot bread, salted eggs, pineapple on a paper plate. Laughing through the mess, we always show up late. If the sky feels heavy, we can carry it together. If the road looks rough, we can face it or whatever. The taco stand, the lake, the beer. Somebody brings bad news, we turn it into cheers. When the day comes swinging and it tries to shake your name, we make a little man, then we lace up anyway. If the streets feel narrow, we can make a wider lane. If your hands are shaking, let mine hold some of that strength. Some think it's hard. We don't fall, we don't hide. Think it's right. We take pain in stride. There's that hope around, there's that fire passing out. Some think it's right. We can turn it all around. We can turn it all around. Some days bite hard, some days drag us slow. But I swear, my friend, you don't walk alone. Bring your broken, bring your Take some eggs over easy on a big cup of coffee. Oh, good morning, Thailand, where it is evening. They're getting ready for dinner, and I wonder what's on the menu. They're probably fish. Just reach down, reach into the water, grabs it. Can you cook this for me? We got 15 days to back to school now. 2 weeks tomorrow. The kids are back. 17 degrees. This is one of the warmest mornings in August we have had. This is a beautiful morning. Wow. And look at that sunshine on the Trans-Canada cam towards Winnipeg at Eli. Just gorgeous. And the radar is showing no activity, although Environment Canada is saying we could be in for some showers or potentially thunderstorms later this afternoon. High of 22 degrees, which is a little cooler for our normal 24. We'll hit normal tomorrow for Wednesday and nice on Thursday, but it is looking a little bit soggy for the weekend. That's problematic if you've got a garage sale going on or you're doing something fun outside. Maybe the car show up at the Elkhorn. Might be a little soggy to start the weekend, although there is still a lot of time for that to change. So we will wait and see as the weekend gets closer. Good to have you along. Hope you had a great Monday. I'm Tyler Glen. Welcome back to the Beach House Beach Bunker. And because we only have 2 weeks until back to school shopping has shifted into high gear. The Retail Council of Canada has surveyed 1,400 parents K-12. 91% of respondents say they feel back-to-school items have become more expensive. That is a new record, topping the previous high of 87%. We are almost at the point where all parents, we're at 91%, so we're almost at the point where all parents are dreading back-to-school shopping because of the expense associated with it. The average Canadian family per child will spend $750 in the coming days as we head back.
Calgary families are feeling the financial stretch of back-to-school shopping.
It's a little bit expensive because the economy, so many difficult times.
This mom of three says she spends $80 on the essentials like pens and binders for each of her daughters. She relies on hand-me-downs and strategic shopping to help rein in the costs.
We use a backpack, tend to overbuy when things go on sale after school starts. So then we have lots of duotangs, we have lots of loose leaf, lots of pencils. Just try to think ahead. But it is, every year it's more.
So you wanted purple?
A survey this spring suggests Canadian parents are feeling more pinched. 91% of respondents said school items are more expensive, up from 87% the year before. And nearly half said finding good deals was their biggest pressure point during back-to-school shopping, though that number is down from the previous year. At this Calgary event, volunteers filled 2,000 backpacks with supplies for public school students. The head of the charity behind the initiative says the need for its support has grown in recent years.
We do provide grocery gift cards to students as well, transit passes. We ensure that the schools can buy clothes and other supplies for students throughout the year.
For Leah Long, back-to-school shopping will always be a delicate balance between her heart and her wallet.
I want them to have nice things. I want them to be proud of what they have. I don't want them to be embarrassed about anything. But at the same time, I don't want to pay $60 for a t-shirt. So it's hard.
Thousands of students head back to class August 31st.
That's in Alberta. They'll go back a little bit earlier. And, of course, our students go back 2 weeks tomorrow. 2 weeks tomorrow. And that is basically everybody. Even Brandon University goes back 2 weeks tomorrow. Assiniboine College goes back 2 weeks today, actually. And so how are you handling the back-to-school shopping crunch? What are you doing to save? How are you feeling about this? $750 a child. Is this accurate? Is it too high? Is it too low? Should we just embrace retro back-to-school shopping. By that, I mean, taking advantage of thrift stores, hand-me-downs. Can the shoes can they make another 60,000 miles? Can we do another round with these shoes? Adria says, by the time you factor in clothes, they outgrow so quickly, and the 2 to 3 pairs of good shoes, it's pretty close. Shoes are the big one, eh? Shoes are nasty. Can you just do flip-flops for everything? Do they? They're I know they're not orthopedically. They're not good on your feet, but rubber bands and old books. Molly says, I save money by not sending my children to school. Yes, if you don't have kids, it does help. If you don't have kids at all. Pam says, shop the discount stores. Reuse what's still good from last year. No brand name shoes or backpacks. And we were able to keep our spending at roughly $200, says Pam. Chrissy says, I spent $300 on a program, and I'll be homeschooling again this year. No new clothes, no new lunch boxes or supplies needed. Last year works just fine. We are seeing more and more parents homeschool. Mike says, we are likely headed down this route as the school division my children belong to have been hiding assaults and classroom disruptions from me and other parents. On top of what we're seeing in the classroom, I think that it's time to keep the kids home. Well, and we do have that right. You have that right to do that. And like I said, we're seeing more and more parents decide to do that. And I think we would see more parents homeschool, but you need a parent to do that. And we got problems with daycare as it is. Who's going to do that? Who's going to teach the kids? One parent has to stay home, and a lot of families can't afford that. Although Chrissy says we've made the sacrifice, and there are a ton of positives to schooling your kids at home, learning at your own pace, and so much more. So it's working for Chrissy. Good. I'm good. I'm glad to hear that. BM says we're lucky we haven't had to spend that much. The reusing binders, pens, things like that, and just get new hoodies and pants, shoes, and that's all he wants. Reuses the backpack, lunch kit year after year. Tosh likes to spread it around. I just shopped throughout the year that we went back to school, starts the kids with new clothes, new shoes, then we just pay a flat fee to the school. You know, who would have thought that was such a good idea when they first came up with that, hey? Paying that flat fee, not only do you avoid the headache, you avoid the crowds. That was brilliant. Introduced in the mid-2000s, they just say, let's stop the madness. Why don't we, as a school division, buy the school supplies and all the stuff kids need in bulk from a supplier and then get the discount? And at the same time, it makes it easier on parents. It's brilliant. I love that idea. But it doesn't help with shoes and clothes and stuff like that, and lunch kits and that kind of stuff. So, you do have to take care of that stuff. MJ says, kids grow too fast. One of my 11-year-olds was wearing pajamas she was swimming in at Christmas. Last night, they fit. Oh, you're feeding them too. Don't feed them anymore. Just cut off the food supply. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Some parents regrettably think that way. I'm joking. I buy stuff too big that hopefully will last longer. Our youngest girl gets a lot of her sister's hand-me-downs, and that is really effective too, and there's nothing wrong with that. I had lots of hand-me-downs when I was a kid. However, I was very lucky. My cousins that I got hand-me-downs from, they lived in Hawaii. So I was not getting any winter parkas from them. But when it came to like the trendy T-shirts and stuff, by the time it got to Tyler, we hadn't even seen the movie in the set. I remember one time getting Superman stuff, and Superman hadn't even been released in Canada yet. The original Superman. I looked trendy. I had the trendiest hand-me-downs. I was very lucky. Yeah, it's pretty
That
awesome.
says average household spending for back-to-school shopping ranges from $600 to $750 per child.
That's too much money, so that's $1,200 in total for me. Yeah, I don't know. I try to go to Walmart to make it cheaper, so that's all I can do.
It's approximately 1,200 for 3 kids.
About probably anywhere under 1,000.
More than 9 in 10 parents say back to school feels more expensive to them this year.
This is Santo Legati from the Retail Council of Canada.
And 53% told us that it feels a lot more expensive. And that's up 47% from last year.
While it may seem early for families to start thinking about going back to school, we're told 61% of parents have already begun planning and shopping.
62% still told us they're describing themselves as indifferent, organized, or excited when it comes to shopping for back to school. So they're remaining pragmatic, not panicked. And I think promotions have become an expectation. So 85% always or often look for discounts. So deals are no longer the bonus or at the edge of the journey. They are part of how parents decide where to shop.
Price remains the biggest challenge according to parents surveyed. Some families in Sudbury shared their workarounds to find savings.
Look for sales. Usually Sport Chek has a bunch of sales for shoes and whatnot, jackets, snow pants.
We try to reuse things like backpacks. Instead of every year, we do every 2 years. My son, I have 2 sons, 12 and 5, so we pass some things down.
While the estimate includes electronics, many parents we spoke to say the price of uniforms and winter gear is what's driving up their back-to-school spending.
Yeah. Oh, it's those winter coats. If we didn't need the winter coats, if we were like my cousins in Hawaii, who would just shorts and sandals every day for school, it would keep the costs low. Who do we talk to about adjusting the weather? I would like to talk to that person, please. No? Can't do it? Lots of stuff getting reused. We have lots of sun seekers reusing stuff. What are you doing to fight the high cost of back to school? Taryn says, our school, we pay a supply fee of $50 a kid. So all we really need is a backpack, lunch kit, and shoes. Clothes, we have to clothe them anyways. So I don't really factor it into the back to school. I guess one new outfit. So $750 is pretty steep. Well, good job, Taryn. However, Jennifer says $750 sounds about right. Melissa says so much easier when they're in high school and they don't need all the small stuff. Quentin says we go through last year's supplies and reuse whatever's still in good shape and then buy supplies early. Shows are the most expensive part as they both are in adult sizes now. MJ says binders are going to be reused as long as they're still usable. Binders for what? Paper? What? Do they still use paper and pen? What kind of schools do we have? Everything should be digital. Have you seen the Robot Olympics? Come on. Everything should be on the computer. Carly says that's way too high. Tiffany says I spent about $300 for 2 kids, kindergarten and grade 3. Nowhere near that number. So we've got a lot of thrifty sun seekers who are doing whatever they can to keep their costs low going back. $750 is on the high end. MJ says, I used to love getting hand-me-downs from my mom's friends. They had older teenage girls, so I had great stuff. My cousins in Hawaii, it was always great when they had bags of stuff. I used there was never anything that they handed down to me that I didn't use. It was so fantastic. But mostly summer wear. In fact, all of it was. MJ says that having Roots backpacks is awesome. Yeah, when you get good brand names, they do last a little bit longer, don't they? That's handy. Brand name stuff, you do pay a little bit more, but if you're paying for the quality, if you're paying for good quality, then your fingers are crossed that it's going to last more than one school season. So there's a little bit of a strategy involved there. Yay for empty nesters. Oh, yeah, the empty nesters that don't have the kids going back to school. What about going back to school in pajamas? This, once again, has reared its ugly head. And it's because they're seeing mom and dad go to Home Depot and Walmart in pajamas. And I think that the kids are saying, well, how come I can't go to school in pajamas? What do you think of this? New survey says that more kids in the 26-27 school year will be showing up wearing pajamas than ever before. And experts are saying you should let them. What? How many times on a Saturday, be truthful, how many times on a Saturday have you gone out shopping and you got to take the kids along for the ride and they're just being difficult? They don't want to brush their teeth. They don't want to do anything. You just get in the car. Just get in the car. Can you just get in the car? Let's go. They're in their pajamas. Then you realize, wait, we're going to church. Uh-oh. This was not well thought out. And that is hello, Mr. Smith. Hello, Mrs. Smith. Oh, and your children are in pajamas. How delightful. Should we be sending the kids to school in pajamas?
It's one of those things where we need to balance our kids' need for independence with getting them ready for the real world.
What's the worst that could happen? If they're not breaking any school rules, if we're a little uncomfortable, maybe that's okay. But on the other hand, if we have a kid who we think like pushes the envelope too far and it like veers into sort of cheeky disrespect or something, that's a conversation to have.
Yes, a lot of conversations should be had about this whole pajama issue. She also brought up the issue of whose domain are we in, right? So if you're out with your kids, so they're in your domain, like if you bring them to work, right? You can tell them, hey, you're not wearing pajamas to come to my workplace, right?
Jeez.
But if they're in their domain, they're going to Starbucks with their friends, it's sort of like, okay, now maybe give them a little extra breathing room.
So let them leave the house in their pajamas. My grandparents, if they would come back, they'd be like, what have you guys done? Can you imagine? We all have relatives that are no longer with us who were old-fashioned way back when. If they all of a sudden came back today and the elevator door opened up, the elevator from heaven, I call it, and it's bing, you're back on Earth. It is 2026. Here we go. Bing, doors open. They would look around. What have you done with this place? What have you done? You've let it go to crapola. Oh, my God. What are these things? What is everybody like doing this for? They're walking around on the sidewalks and they're going like this. They're walking with these things. What is this? Do you need this to see? And oh my God, everyone's acting stupid. Everyone's hair is purple. They're wearing pajamas to school. What has happened to our planet? MJ says pajamas are not allowed at that school. Oh, they have a no pajamas. They have a no pajamas rule. Okay. So maybe this whole conversation is a moot point. Maybe the schools have gotten in front of this one. Oh, good job, schools. Yeah, no pajamas at school. And she says kids are all out of school, thank God. We live in a small town. We go to the store in our pajamas sometimes. Well, people do in the city too. I see it all the time. But I'm also a parent, and I've been there. Sometimes it's hard to get them. Right? And you just got to go to the store. I'm not going to get the kids ready to go to the store because I need milk. We're out of milk. Get in the car. We're going to make a quick trip to the store and back, which is different than going to school. It's a little bit different. You're getting them ready for school. Megan says, only need shoes here as my kid is hard on shoes. Oh, we're talking about supplies still. Would have had a good pair from last year, but one shoe was stolen. One shoe. There's someone hopping around. It's the one-legged robber who had, I think I'm going to steal myself a new shoe. That's disgusting. That's terrible. Stealing one shoe. I think that same thief is stealing socks in my house. I am seeing socks go missing. What the hell is that about? My God. Molly says there are bigger than the world. There are bigger than the world worrying about people wearing pajamas. Oh, you're one of those people. But it's not fun. We don't want to talk about those problems. We want to talk about the small, annoying, fun problems. Not the big bad, the earth is about to implode problems. Or World War III is about to happen problems. No, we don't want to think about that. Because World War III is not going to happen. You know why? Because the President of the United States has hired Rambo to fight in Iran. Did you see this? This is breaking news. This is absolutely jaw-dropping that they're going to send Rambo to, and I have the footage. You got to see this. It's incredible. It's incredible. Remember the show That's Incredible? This is incredible. You know what else is incredible? Headley's Health Hut. Customer Appreciation Day is coming up on Friday. They've got samples. They've got prizes. They've got great products for you to come and peruse. And not only that, they've asked you to save the date for the huge anniversary celebration. This, too, is the biggest sale of the year. September 24th and 25th, 2 huge days of savings, prizes, giveaways, vendor samples, and more. The prizes alone this year will come close to $10,000 in prizes. So when they say mark the date down, you're going to want to mark the date down. So you got a couple of dates to mark down. This Friday, Customer Appreciation Day at Headley's Health Hut. And then September 24th and 25th is the anniversary celebration, 9:30 to 7 p.m. each day. We are usually on location for this. I would expect we'll be there again. It's just so huge. It's huge. At the end of September, Headley's Health Hut, 1314 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. Their big anniversary party is coming. Kuiper's Family Bakery, for the best baked goods in all of Manitoba, you're going to want to visit Kuiper's Family Bakery, and that's because they use premium products, traditional recipes unchanged for generations. That's why people come from all across the province to buy their tray buns and their rye bread, their Wheat City rye bread, their white breads, their tarts, their cookies, their cakes, their delectable treats. It is a fantastic place to visit, and again, I had to take cinnamon buns to Winnipeg to my nephew's baby shower, and the whole ride was like, well, I've got a car that smells of cinnamon buns. I think I'll eat my air freshener. Who needs an air freshener when you got Kuiper's Family Bakery? Fill up your car, 1411 First Street, just north of the First and Richmond corner next to Tasty's. And if that car needs an oil change, Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express, 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. They'll show you your filters while you wait. You're in and out in a flash. Just pull up to the doors. They'll open. They'll even take your car, put it over the oil pit for you, and you'll get a cup of coffee. By the time you're half done that coffee, that car will be done. And you're in and out in a flash. At Murray Certified Service Express, 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. Now, this is AI, I know, but it's so good. It's so good, and I'm a fan of Rambo, so you're going to have to forgive me. This is the scene in Rambo where he's being recruited. He's in the jail. Uh-oh, someone's here to visit. Oh, Rambo, somebody's here to see you. Let's see. World War III is going to be averted, Molly. It's going to be averted. And here's why. Have a look at this. This is really, really important stuff. Oh, look who's here. Look who is going to make sure that the world is safe.
How are you, Johnny?
Good.
John, I'm sorry to send you to such a hellhole.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, you have. Haven't you? John, I told you I'd help you out when I could. You interested? You can't possibly want to stay here for another 10 years.
10? It's supposed to be 5.
20, depending how this conversation goes. Kidding. A covert operation is being geared up in the Middle East. Your name was dug up by the computer as the most capable to complete the mission.
Mission?
Iran. John, the midterms are coming up and we need to end this war. Empty threats and promises aren't working. If we have a deal, we don't have a deal. I'm going to blow them up. I'm not going to blow them up. People aren't falling for it anymore. Your mission will be to capture the Ayatollah. Bring him to me so I can put him over my knee on the White House lawn and spank his bare ass raw on live television while singing God Bless the USA.
Seriously?
Tremendously.
Tremendous.
Why me? Why not Hegseth?
Hegseth wears too much hair product. One flick of a match from the enemy and his head will explode like a fireworks factory. John, if this mission is successful, I'll pardon you so fast your head will spin.
Your head
It'll
will
be like
spin.
nothing anyone has ever seen before.
Everything you does, your head will
All
spin.
clear?
Sure.
Good. The next time we meet will be at the White House. In the meantime, don't drop the soap.
Oh my gosh. You know, and we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. There are TV channels, there are streaming services now that are AI. They're making AI programs. That was completely AI, obviously. Very entertaining. And for fans of Rambo, this is how we avoid World War III. Some of the satire that they are producing right now with AI is just fantastic. Because, you know, it's pretty realistic. What is Saturday Night Live going to do? It used to be that you just have characters that look like Trump or look like Sly Stallone or look like Hollywood stars. And now AI can just do it. They can make them basically identical. And makes it so funny. So funny. Anyway, we've got to move on over to the Twitch platform, and we'll be on the website, too, if you want to see what's going on. Coming up next on the show, oh, boy, the horrifying viral TikTok video allegedly exposing fake foods that we eat every day. Food isn't fake, is it? What kind of chemicals are they putting on our food? This video's freaking people out. Maybe it'll freak you out, too. We'll discuss coming up in hour 2. Also, the Gen Alpha sisters, also online, that have gone viral, mocking Gen Z videos. Gen Z is being mocked? Yes, they are. And the hot spending trend, hobbies. This is some pretty amazing stuff. People are going back to doing hobbies. How awesome is that? But we've got to split. We got to run. So we have to say farewell to our friends on the other platforms. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. We're moving on over to the Twitch platform. You can lurk in at TylerGlenShow.com. Thank you so much, TikTok and X. Goodbye. Catch you guys later. Our friends on YouTube, farewell. Fare thee well, love. No name calling today. Can we get through the day without name calling, please? Bye, YouTube. And to you, Facebook.